in my head, I'm like, it can never work now. I'm done. I'm leaving. I'm going. Like, this marriage, this thing. Hello everyone, you're welcome to another episode of the 20s Wives series. If you're new here, you're very much welcome. Thank you for stopping by, and please do ensure to subscribe to this channel. And to my returning subscribers, thank you guys for always coming back. So in today's episode, I'm going to be discussing some of the problems that I encountered in my early marriage, which I believe that many people who find themselves in this early marriagehood would also experience, like one way or the other. So without much ado, let me quickly dive right into the video. So the first problem I encountered, which I had to tackle, as time goes on. So the first problem I had was like the part of the responsibility. Now, when I was still single, I only had myself to cater for, and then my mom, my dad, they were there. So if we're at home, I don't have any responsibility, But then getting married at such a tender age, it dawned on me that, see, you are now the wife of this home, you're now the mother of this home, and there are so many things that are on your head. For example, now, like the very common one, which I feel like even those that even get married at, in their late 20s or their 30s, they also encounter this: what are we going to eat? Mothers and wives in the house, like, do you have that problem of always deciding, you cooked rice yesterday, today you cooked beans, tomorrow you cook spag, like, what are we going to eat? Like, the responsibility of what are we going to eat is always on my head. Even if you have a partner that also helps out, that cook, but most of the time, like, it's continued and continued. I was like, wow, so really I'm in for this. There are sometimes that I'll be tired, like, I'll run out of ideas, like, okay, I don't know what to eat. What do you think? Suggest to me. And the person I'm even asking herself doesn't even know. So, like, apart from that, this food aspect now is even a minor part. So there are many aspects of this responsibility, because you have to be one of the sole partaker in major decisions. You're now married, you're now a wife. So that responsibility just dawned on me that, see, this is no longer boyfriend or girlfriend, this is no longer a child's play and all those things. So you need to make major decisions that would either affect the marriage, that would either make that marriage or mar the marriage. So the responsibility aspect hits me so hard. But with time and with flexibility and intentionality, it was conquered. Another problem I encountered in my early marriage, which almost led me to depression, if it didn't even, was the part of financial instability. See, there's something about being young, you just came out of school, and as of then, as of 2017, 2018, these are internet stuff was not really, it wasn't that popular. This content creation, making from earning from it and all those stuff. So there's something about getting married early. Now, there is 95% chance that you don't have a passive income. By passive income, I mean an income that even while you relocate or you get married, or you have to take major decisions based on your marriage, it doesn't get affected. You still earn. As at that time, I had an active income, and due to relocation and wanting led to the other, I lost the job. I didn't have a passive income. Now brokenness hits me. I don't like to depend on someone. So me now losing that job at that time in my marriage, like in the early months of within 1 year of my marriage, I entered marriage, as a big girl. I was balling, I had a good job and all those stuffs. I didn't even mind relocating with my partner from the western part of Nigeria to the eastern part, because I had, a remote job. But some months down the line, I lost the job, and it hit me so hard. This part of Nigeria where I am in, it doesn't really favor my, my career line and all those stuff. So I encountered a big problem, because by then, I had finished serving and all those things, and I was broke. I was now, blaming my partner that, see, it's because of this marriage thing that I moved. If not, I would still be in the western part and all those stuff. So financial instability is one problem that I feel most people in early marriage will encounter, because at that point in your life you've not really set up good structures, you've not really built like yourself to start earning from your passive income and all those stuffs. And if you're not careful, it might actually like lead to the end of your marriage. Yes, but we thank God, like at least I learned how to, to diversify now, to think out of the box, and here we are. Another problem that I encountered in my early marriage, which I feel, which I think, which I believe like would be common with every other early marriage, is this immaturity. See, no matter how you want to put it, that maturity is not of age, or age is not maturity. See, in some aspects, your immaturity comes out with your age. This thing of in early marriage, you just got married and you're new, is shocking you. You're a beautiful girl, mostly for the women. You're a beautiful girl, you're beautiful, you're chic, and any small thing you start saying, after all, if I leave, I'll get a better person, I would still get married, I'm still young. If you do anyhow, I'm the younger one, yeah, I'm still small, I'm still the see. It is a problem, oh, mind you. You're saying, after all, if you leave, even if you're still 19 years or you're 20 years, you're already a divorcee, oh, you're already a second hand, and nobody would even want to even stay with a second hand, like when they are still first grade people, because you feel you are young. As far as you don't marry, so you are already a second hand. So if you think, I'm still young, I'm still beautiful, I've not even given birth, safe, thank God I've not even given birth. As far as you've gotten married, as far as you have a certificate, if you leave that marriage, if you divorce, you are a divorcee, and you know what that means. This thing was actually an issue for me at that initial point. At that time, when I was still very young, any small thing, I'll be like, I will leave. And see, guys, I would have left. Do you know why I did not leave? Because of transport fare. This thing about vex money. I thank God I didn't have vex money at that time, because this was happening at the time when I had lost my job, and I couldn't afford transporting myself from the eastern part of Nigeria to the western part of Nigeria, when I know that it's just is something that maybe in 2 days I would want to come back, just wasting that money. I didn't have such vex money at that time, so that was why I didn't actually leave. If not, I would have left. So this thing is actually a problem, which I feel most early marriage witness, and it comes from a place of childishness, seriously. So, but with time, I feel like we'll actually outgrow this and all of that. Another problem which I encountered, this one is based on my own personality. I'm a very stubborn person. Stubbornness. In fact, when I was getting married, when I said I want to get married, my family members, they were like, are you sure you can do this? This your stubbornness, this your this. See, marriage is not like that, though. A man will not tolerate your you talk too much, you do this, you're quick to respond, you're too hot tempered and all those stuff. So like they were like, in fact, my family, I'm sure that my family, they've been expecting to hear that I'm back to my father's house, so with my bag. But thank God, I'm still here. 4 years and counting, I'm still here. But see, guys, stubbornness was a very big problem. This thing about you going into marriage and then you don't want to be controlled. You're a woman of your own, you're a man of your own. I need to make my decision. That is his business. He needs to bow down to it. He needs to cope with it and all those things. See, I'm a very stubborn person, and it actually affected my marriage at that early point in time. Like, it was a big problem, because I had to start on learning that, see, you are now in marriage, and this is not a matter of seniority or a place where you should be on your guard at all time. You need to make it your comfort zone, and it's in my hands. So I had to learn how to deal with all those, my stubborn spirit and all those things. So, but guys, it's a lot, because it was really a problem then. It was really a problem. Like, if I say this, it would be this. It will, all those kind of stubborn, which I still feel stems out from that childish aspect, So, but it was a problem. And I feel like if you're thinking of going into an early marriage, you see this stubbornness thing, just drop it in your father's house. The childish thing, drop it in your father's house, because it would be a big problem for you if you go on with it. Another problem also, which I created by myself in my early marriage, was deciding that all conflicts must lead to divorce. This one, any small, like it might not be small problem, quarrel, I mean, any big misunderstanding like this or medium misunderstanding, in my head I'm like, it can never work now. I'm done, I'm leaving, I'm going, like this marriage, this thing. So that's deciding that every small conflict, any small thing that people do, maybe you are not agreeing on a particular issue, or you did something bad, or your partner did something bad, that after one week, if you look back, you'll be laughing at. But that point in time, is divorce. And that D word is a big word that should be avoided as much as possible. I know I'm guilty of this, but this is coming from a fellow early marriage person to you guys. So it is a word that should be avoided. It was a problem, because every small thing in my head, I'm like I'm going, like I'm done, I can't have this because of this. But looking back now, looking back, I'm even, there are some things I would remember, I'll be ashamed of myself, because like I'm still here. And if anybody say, oh yeah, come and go here now, like I don't understand. So those things are things that you would experience at that early stage, being that you feel you're still young, you're still early, and you cannot have this, you can't take this, you can't tolerate this. So it is a problem actually, which should be overcome on time. If not, because if I had made that decision, at that young time, that this, of course by now I'll be regretting it. But I thank God I just had to, I still found my way around it, and I'm still here today. Another problem I encountered in my early marriage, which also led me into depression, as at that time in my early years of marriage, was expecting my husband to be my source of happiness. You see this thing about, you are the cockroach in my cupboard, you are the sugar in my tea, and all those stuff. Yes, they work. But when I was expecting my husband to be my source of happiness, when myself I wasn't happy, I didn't know that I had to work on myself, that I had to ease myself of so many, I don't even know, like there was so many things going on, and I was expecting too much from this man. And it was a problem at that time, because I was thinking, like, did I make a mistake? Like, that this marriage thing, are you sure it's for me? Are you sure, can I cope like this? But I didn't know that I was the one at fault, because see, in marriage, you do not expect your partner to be your sole source of happiness. Somebody cannot give you happiness when you yourself, you are not happy. So you need to be happy, and then any little thing that your partner does, you would appreciate it more. You would find that source, that happiness flowing out naturally. So that's just the way it works. You cannot expect like magic. When you're not happy, then somebody will now come and start giving you happy. No, because mind you, your partner also wants happiness from you. So if you're not happy on your own, and you're just expecting happiness from your partner, it will just be like a take from the marriage, and it would eventually destroy that marriage or that relationship. So this was a problem at that point in time, because it's actually led me into depression. I was like I was always in chaos, in conflicts, bitter, all those things, that I'm not even happy, until I had to go back, take an introspection, go back into myself, and then think deep. And I had to find ways to make myself happy. It was like a magic. I started seeing my partner has given me that joy, because I myself am already happy. I'm being joyful now. So it was very, very easy for me to get that joy now from my partner. So guys, these are some of the problems I encountered in my early marriage. I know there are a whole lot. There are other small things, but I feel like this is the major ones which would have destroyed the marriage at that early stage. But I thank God now I can share my experience. I can share it for you guys to learn. So please, I want to know, what are some of the problems you encountered in your marriage, be it early marriage or otherwise? Please, what are some of the problems you encountered, so that we can learn also? Because I feel that I'm sharing this experience, I'm sharing these things to you guys, so that maybe for those singles, or for you to share out also, so that people can learn from my story, from my mistakes, from my lessons, and be better in their relationships and their marriage. So guys, please, I would like to know in the comment section, and I will surely respond to your reply. Thank you for watching up to this moment. Please do subscribe to this channel and share this video. Please share this video, this series. Please share it out with your family and friends, with your sisters, your brothers, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.